Is somebody saying something over there? Hello? Hello? Not able to hear you guys. सुनाई दे रहा है आप लोगों को? Okay. Fine. So are you able to hear it? Is it clear till now? Hello?
Yes.
Fine. I'm going to unmute you guys. After I complete my session, I will have a discussion. We'll have a question answer section or something like that. We'll complete the slides, we'll complete the topic, and we'll go into discussion later. Okay. So they are something such as liquid diet. For example, patients most probably pre-operative or post-operative, you have heard the term NPO, nil per oral, or some liquid diets. Okay, a diet in which only liquids are consumed may be administered by clinicians for medical reasons. As I said, liquid consumption, because if you have any bractic surgery or any surgery concerned with the laparoscopic surgery, where you have to restrict the movements of your intestine or intestinal appendix movement. So we have to more restrict the diet. Hello? Hello? What happened? No, I don't know what disturbance I'm going on there. So coming back to our previous discussion, they are certainly, for medical reasons we are discussing that best bed diet. We have said we have discussed about the colon diet. We have discussed about the diabetic diet. Now coming to the liquid diet, a diet in which only liquids are consumed, such as juice, fruit juice, or like you have the salines, ringer lactate solution, your like normal saline or dextrose is normal saline, which is intravenous salines administered, or something only where liquid is for your GI motility post-operative, like esophageal cancer, your throat, some of the things, or GI motility. Here we prefer giving liquid diets or something we can see movements of the appendicitis, some of the laparoscopic conditions. So the clinician or the doctor, they suggest initially for the to see the movements of all these things, there should be no obstructions. They prefer giving initially the liquid diet, then going to the semi-solid diets, then going into the main solid diets. Like how we do in the children's, initially for the babies, we give the liquid diets. Initially we'll give the mother's milk, then we'll give the something from other sources from like lactogens, all those things we'll give. Similarly, we'll move on to the semi-solid diets. Then we'll move on to solid diets. Likewise, post-operative and pre-operative in medical reasons, for like as is mentioned over here, as you can see, gastric bypass surgery to prevent death through starvation from hunger strike. For example, if a person is going for a hunger strike for a long time and he doesn't want to take food from oral, as mentioned in the previous slides definition, total oral intake, if you remember. So we administered via the salines, like dextrose, mannitol, all those things, 5% dextrose, 20% mannitol, to prevent them from going to death via starvation. These are also the medical reasons. So all these things we know about our diet, it is needed. These are the semi-solid diets, all those things. So how can we define itna chahiye? For an average adult male, that is, he is around 40 to 850 kgs, 48 to 50 kgs, and consuming, assuming it height as 153 centimeters, plus or minus 1.5 kg for every centimeter, or for a female, it should be minus 1 kg. The ideal body weight for an average adult male, that is, weight is taken as 40 kgs, and for height is 153 centimeters, plus or minus 1.25 kg for every centimeter. If, for example, if you add here 49.25, it has to become here 54 centimeter, 154 centimeter. And for female, it is centimeter, 154 centimeter. And for female, you can add another centimeter, 1 kg. Here for male, it is 1.5, 1.1, 1.25, and for female, it is 1 kg. You have to plan it accordingly. For adults, 1 gram for protein, 1 gram per kg per body weight is required. For children, it is 2 gram because they need bodybuilding. As we know, carbohydrates are energy producers, proteins are bodybuilders. For children, they need more protein-rich diet. They are less, and they consume more milk. Yeah, they need 2 grams per kg for children and 2.5 per kg during pregnancy and lactation. Okay, proteins are needed for bodybuilding, for nourishment of the child, for the infant. So keeping all these things in mind, we have to prescribe the diet. We have to know it should contain all the essential amino acids. It has to contain all the essential nutrient. It is adequate protein should be there with all essential amino acids. Adequate protein means amino acids. Essential, non-essential. There are 18 amino acids, 11, all those things. Calorie intake should be balanced. What you intake, it has to balance with your output, expenditure. The energy which you take is consumption and utilized. Adequate quantity of calcium is needed. Calcium is needed for your all action potentials, heart muscles. Calcium is for brain, for teeth. All calcium's for even for hyperthyroidism. All those things. Calcium, calcitonin role. You need iron. Iron for all chelation. Iron deficiency, anemia, most common in India in female during pregnancy, and other minerals, trace elements, selenium, chromium, zinc, all those things which we'll be discussing in detail. All these trace elements or minerals will be needed in adequate quantity. That should have variety. The food which we eat should be variety, variable. Like you can see the North Indian thalis, Rajasthani thalis, South Indian thalis. You can feel it for yourself, which is better, which is best. So you have variety, and the food should be simple, not so complicated. The more the food is good, the more it is oxidized, and more it is metabolism. It will take more time in metabolism for digestion. All those things should be mostly we prefer food which are most simple, locally available. Not something I need something like strawberry. I need some kiwi, some fruits from Australia or something from Japan and all. I can't get it. Food should be locally available because all this transportation, economic thing will be there. Then food should be mostly whether whatever it is, it should be palatable because the taste is most important. Whether it is rich in protein, carbohydrates, whatever nutrient, it should be most important palatable. You should have to like the taste. For example, strawberries, sometimes it feels bitter. The oranges are good, but sometimes you feel bitter orange, bitter grapes. So the children try to avoid it. So palatable should be there, and most importantly, it should be easily digestible. So because the word digestible, I said, if you cook more food, it is more oily in nature, and you can see the more oxidized it is there. So it takes more time to metabolism, digestion. So it has to be accordingly cooked. The total quantity of the proximate principle calculated are divided into, for example, as I said in the previous slide, 2000 kilocalories are needed per day. Breakfast, lunch and supper. You have to keep your breakfast around some 800. If you keep 2000, 2400, 18, 8, 8, 8, 24. So in and around 800 we have to calculate, so that more or less it happens that it comes around some 2000. You should not skip your breakfast, because that is the word. Breakfast is the most important meal after such a long starvation or fasting from night or last supper meal around some 10, 12, whatever you people have till the morning 8 o'clock or 9 o'clock. So breakfast is the most important meal, because if you skip the breakfast, it is one of the most unplanned illiteracy thing. There's you don't have the knowledge of planning. You can't plan your diet. You can't do your dieting by skipping your breakfast. It is the most, you cannot skip your breakfast and say I am dieting. The moment you skip your breakfast, it is not dieting, it is you're creating problems for yourself. So now coming, what I said in the previous slide, food pyramids. There is a different, food pyramid is a pyramid, it is a shape diagram. It has optimal number of serving for each meal on the basis of food groups. Here you can see food pyramids. It is a pyramid, food pyramids. You need to have 8 to 10 servings. That is, I said 2 to 3 liters of water. Excuse me, of water. That is most important and essential for your all your absorption, digestion, rehydration, all those things. If not, you will go into dehydration and all those complications of water imbalance. Okay. Then you have rice, and this has to be at least 6 servings. 6 servings you have to divide it in you have the breads, you have the cereals, you have the millets, all those things like rice, wheats, potatoes, all those things. You have pastas, noodles, fortified breads, all those things. You have to have at least 6 servings. And then you have the vegetable groups and the fruit groups. These are considered as third block. As you see a pyramid, this is the base. The lower one is the base one. Okay, the lower one is the base one. Then you can see the upper, like the first deck. You can see the first deck. Okay, the second deck is your vegetable and the fruit groups. You have at least have 2 to 3 servings. 2 servings for fruits. You can have multiple. You have the choice depending upon the climate. Nature also has made it accordingly. For example, you can see in summer you can get more like of watermelons, more of watermelons, mangoes, fruits. And in winters, you can see fruits such as, like, for example, now matar, matlab you have the green peas. So nature also produces accordingly. Accordingly, nature produces. Okay. You can have strawberries, you can mangoes, grapes, all those things according to the availability. And seasonal fruits. You can have seasonal fruits. Similarly, vegetables, you have to have 2 to 3 servings vegetable in your daily dietary intake, either in your lunch or dinner or in breakfast is most probable. You can have these things like milk, yogurts. They easily breakfast in the morning. For example, you can have water, you can have bread and milk in the morning. Breakfast easily digestible initially. Then you can go for the whole meal for the lunch time and dinner time. Then you have the meat, poultry, fish, dried beans, and nut products. Minimum requisite 2 servings at least. Then you have the sparely servings, such as you have the oils. You have to avoid sweets, like sweets, fats, oils. You have to use very less. Similarly, needed most important are the calciums, vitamin D. That's why we say you have to do walk, exercise is needed. Vitamin D, sunshine vitamin, most important for absorption. All those things. Vitamin B12, that is cyanocobalamin. All these supplements are needed in trace elements, but you have to avoid all those things. So you can see, you all know all these food pyramids. You have to go through it. But this is the previous food pyramid. That is, we are following for the past 5 decades, more than 50 years. This is a new food pyramid, the latest one. You can see, it is written over here, daily amount of calcium based on 200 kilocalories. Okay, adults should be physically active for about 30 minutes per day. 30 minutes most days of the week. Children must be 60 minutes. Why children 60 minutes is because they consume more protein. To burn it, to metabolize it, they have to be active because they have less body structure. They have more circulation. More for that, for them to feel hungry, for them to digestion. So they have to be more active, more in during exercise. They have to be more physically active. The children below the age of 10 to 14. Okay, 60 to 90 minutes of daily physical activity may be needed to prevent weight gain or to sustain weight loss. If you want to lose your weight or if you want to sustain your weight, you should not increase, you have to work out at least 90 minutes per day. Okay. Then you can see that you have orange color, you have the green color, you have the red, you have the yellow color, which is the minimum, and then the blue color. The most predominant is the orange color, is the green. Half of all the grain consumed should be the whole grains, like rice, wheat, whatever, millets, pulses, all those things. Then you have the vegetables, variety of vegetables you can available in the market. In India, we can get it. In North also, you can get it. Then you have the fruits. You have to have at least minimum 2 to 3 cups of vegetables. Similarly, 2 cups of fruits and milk. You can see around 3 cups of milk, low fats, you can have via 3, or you can highly directly consume the milk. You can, most of them, youngsters nowadays consume more with some Bonvitas or like Complan, whatever, or like with the teas or something, drinks, milk. Okay, then the meat, and this has to be very less. The lean meat cuts like seafoods, and see, I said it now previously, avoid frying. They said lean cut meat, seafoods, and beans. And the most important thing, avoid frying. The more deeper you fry, the more it is problematic for you because more oxidization is there, more oil consumption, more oil will be there. You have to fry in oil. If you fry in oil, more metabolism will be there. More metabolism, more digestion, it will take problem. So no use of it, frying it more. Most fats should be from the fish, nuts, and vegetable oils. Limit solid fats such as butter, margarine, or lard. Excuse me. Keep consumption of saturated fats, that is trans or low sodium. Choose food with low sugar. We think sugar is best. Sugar is the most important and hardest substance. Okay, we have to avoid sugar as much. For in tea or in milk, we can prefer honey or jaggery. Sugar is very dangerous. Now coming to what is RDA, recommended daily uh, dietary allowance. You can see the RDA, that is recommended daily dietary allowance. Okay, represent the establishment of nutritional norm for planning and assessing of dietary intake and the level of intake for essential nutrient. To be adequate, need to know the practical of all healthy people. Okay. RD, it is the recommended daily dietary allowance, was developed first in US in early 1940s, and other countries also started the following recommendation. Recently, US and Canada together pooled their resources to modify the development and more detailed set of nutrient recommendation collectively called as dietary reference intake or DRI. Previously, it was RDA, that is recommended daily dietary allowance. Now it is DRI, that is dietary reference intakes. Okay, we have, because every person has a different. Okay. RDI allowance average daily dietary nutrient intake level sufficient to meet the nutrition requirement of for nearly all healthy individuals in a particular life stage or gender group. So you can see one of the chart is mentioned is here. I hope it is visible. Is it visible for you guys? दिख रहा है आप लोगों को? Okay.
Yes, sir.
Here you can see the groups: men, women, infants, children, boys and girls divided. Then like moderate, heavy work, sedentary. Similarly, heavy and in females are pregnant and lactation. Children from 0 to 6 months, infants, and 6 to 12 months, then children. As you go on, the body weight average man is 60 kgs, women are skipping at 55. Children is going on. And how calorie consumption, say male, I said now around 2400, 2000 to 2400. You can see average if you take it out, it is around 2000 to 2400 for males, and for matlab, for the males, adult males of women. Okay, similar likewise for the children, it varies. The proteins are more in content for, you can see the infant age group. During pregnancy, you need more rich in protein diet, and similarly in children, you need more protein diet for the growth. Similarly, visible fats, you have the calciums, you have the iron that is needed. This is a table according to the ICMR classification. Vitamin A कितना चाहिए आप लोगों को? Vitamin A is retinol in microgram per deciliter. Then beta carotene, how much you need it? So you need thiamine, riboflavin, niacin, vitamin B6, pyridoxine, vitamin C, ascorbic acids, dietary folates, that is, then vitamin B12, magnesium, zinc, all these trace elements. See, all these trace elements. So need it. How much is needed? For example, initially you don't give zinc with all these for the children, but after 1 year you have to give zinc supplements. You can see. So this you have to know it. But basically you have to know. But roughly you have to know how much you have to need it for the children's adult, because you have to plan it accordingly. Similarly, we'll be discussing all these vitamins in detail of each and every vitamin in detail. A, B, C, all those things. Fat soluble, water soluble, rich sources, how much needed, what are the deficiency, what happens if it is a high dose, what happens if it is a less dose. All those things we'll be discussing in the upcoming lectures. Most probably next Wednesday onwards, inshallah, I'll try to do it. I will start next from the carbohydrates, hope so. Then we'll go on to vitamins and the minerals. So you can see vitamin A, retinol. Average you need 900 or 900 milligram centimeter or 3000 international unit. For female, it is 2300 international units. Okay, upper level, it is, if it is more, it causes nausea, vomiting, headache. If it is due to high dosage. Thiamine, it is 1.1 to 1.2 milligram in males and females. If it is more, you have dermatitis, itching in skin, hypersensitivity reactions, then riboflavin, then all these things. Nice. You can, in medical, they say, if you don't know anything, you can use nausea and vomiting. The most important reactions or symptoms. These are, you can see here, nausea, vomiting. This is the most common, you can used to say. Then pyridoxine, you need it. If it is more in number, more intake of pyridoxine, it causes nerve damage in arms, legs, and causes numbness and difficulty in walking. Similarly, vitamin B12, you would have heard about the deficiencies previously. मतलब अगर thiamine, मतलब B12 is not there, B6 is not there, scurvy, for example, B6, you know, scurvy, scurvy is there, ascorbic acids, you have these things, night blindness, all those things you have heard, seraptalmia, nyctalipora, all those things you have heard, but that are due to the deficiency. Here we will be discussing about the side effects. More high intake of these vitamins leading to increase in these high doses causes the side effects. Similarly, you can see trace minerals. Calcium is there, chromium is most important. Chromium is more important. Brain activities, chromium is needed. Copper, fluoride, iodine, iron, magnesium, manganese, molybdenum, then phosphorus there, potassium, selenium, and zinc. Okay. Potassium, there's a different thing. Electrolytes may be aega. There's a AV calcium, all those things are electrolytes. As sodium is not mentioned over there because that's why I'm telling. Electrolytes, you have to know what is the difference between minerals and electrolytes roles. Okay. RDA, मतलब RDA requirement जो is going on. Then, for example, you take, for example, iron normal requirement is 8 milligram. For women, it is 18 milligram. See, because this, in particular, I'm saying is iron. For male, it is less iron because there's shape of RBCs and there's more number of RBCs in men when compared to female. And female have the menstrual cycle as well as pregnancy, lactation. So they need more iron intake. So most of the iron deficiency, anemia, pregnancy problem, iron is most important in females. They give iron supplement initially in the third week of pregnancy will start the gynaections, the operations will start the iron supplements. These are richly in meat, especially organ meat and legumes. Functions hemoglobin formation, improve blood quality, increase resistance to stress and disease. Second, similarly, calcium helps in strong bones, teeth, muscles, regulate heartbeat, all those things. We'll be repeating this slide in the because when I will discussing about the minerals, you might be needing these values. Okay, so that time we'll discuss this thing in detail. So on planning a diet, a balanced diet should provide 60 to 70% of calorie from the calorie, and that is from carbohydrates. When you plan your diet, the diet should be 60 to 70% from the carbohydrates. That is the major nutrient. 10 to 20% from protein and 25 to 20 to 25 from the fats. Calories might be can be 50 plus. Allowance can be for other minimum requirements. Energy from cereals should not, from the cereals like जैसे कि आते हैं pulses and cereals should not be more than 75%, excuse me. Includes at least 1 or 2 cereals in one meal. So you have to have initially you have to have rice as well as wheat combination. It is better, or at least 2 cereals together. To improve protein quality, the ratio of cereal to protein pulse should be 4:1. For example, cereal protein to pulse protein. Cereals, if you are having, like for example, from the wheat, you are having cereal protein to pulse protein is 4:1. Okay, 2 to 3 servings of pulse should be taken per day. Okay, pulses. Like you can have chana, dal, what and all. Okay, includes at least one medium-sized fruit. You can have banana, whatever available, what you taste. As I said, palatable and liking is also important. Okay, at least one medium-sized fruit. Apples are most, we say apple a day keeps the doctor away. You have many fruits like grapes, oranges, whatever feasible or you like it or availability. You at least need to have at least one fruit per day minimum, and should be taken raw without any much cooking. Okay, and don't add any of this chaat masalas or take for spicy and all those things. And at least 5 servings of food should be included. 5 serving of fruit and vegetables should be included. This one medium-sized food without cooking and 5 servings of fruit and vegetable together. And the diet should be minimum 1000 ml of milk per day. You have to at least consume at least 100 ml of milk per day, directly or via tea or as such as you are comfortable. Food rich in fibers should be included, because if there is no fibers, it will have projection problem in your it will cause hostrations in your large intestines. You have large intestine cancer. Fiber, if you have it will help in your defecations, in stool passing. If there is no fiber in your diet, you will have problems such as constipation. If there is no fiber in your diet, it will cause constipation. Another constipation, as we say, it is the mother of all diseases. So if you have to plan a food which contains even fibers, rich in fibers. And 1/3 of the nutritional requirement at least should be from your lunch and dinner. As I said previously, lunch and dinner should be more, at least from the calorie or from protein. So you can plan for breakfast, you can have milk, you can have cheese or something like that, and some fruits. But for the proteins and all those things, mean then calories and proteins and pulses, you can have in lunch and dinner. So now what is the purpose of all this diet, lecture, nutrition? There's a question arising. Why we have to know about the diet? We can have anything, but what is the purpose? You can have rice together, you can have wheat together, you can have anything as such without any planning. But what is the reason for planning a balanced diet? It makes, if you plan your diet accordingly or plan it properly, you can make a person might be fit. It balances your weight. There is no sudden increase in weight or sudden decrease in weight, or it is optimal weight according to the height. That is the BMI. There is one is such as body mass index, BMI scale. Then you have this BMR, basic metabolic rate. All these things are pertaining with your diet. Okay, it balances and checks your weight. It prevents your vitamin and mineral deficiency, like bones, all those things, vitamins. Okay, mineral deficiency, absorption, calcium, minerals, all those things. Then it helps in reducing your blood pressure, certain heart diseases, blood sugar level it is maintained, more glucose. Suddenly they search after meal, the glucose, we call glucose graph, renal glycoside, all those things. Then it helps in the reduction of your cholesterol, and it helps your in obesity, helps in reduction of obesity if you plan your diet accordingly. Similarly, it helps to boost your immune system and your brain function. So this is what I mentioned in the previous slide is this slide. It is the RDA recommendation for the Indians according to ICMR, which is very complicated, but we have to plan it according to individual weight, height, and if you are in a hospital or if you're in a particular Western countries, they plan it accordingly, perfectly. For all the actors, sports person, athletes, all those things, you can see the film stars and all those Bollywood stars and whatever you call as sports persons. They plan it according to the height, weight, age, types. For example, you can see Amir Khan in Dangal movies is very bulky in the as a father role, and other in other movies you can see very slim and trim like Dhoom and all. You can see Amir Khan very slim and trim. So they increase their weight, increase or decrease according to the restriction of diet or according to the balance. They restrict the diet, protein rich diet or less carbohydrate diets, all those things. So the balance diet for an average Indian is, I have divided, this is like for vegetarian as well as non-vegetarian. The cereal should be same, it is 435 grams, pulses around 60 to 80 for males and non-vegetarian and non-vegetarian. Green leafy vegetables, because these people are more, they don't take, vegetarian people don't take the non-veg, so they have to take more green leafy vegetables, and there should be less green leafy vegetables because it is compensated via the meat thing. Other vegetables, including the other vegetables, just like आपका मतलब salads, you can carrot, tomato, or मतलब cucumber, all those things, other vegetables. This is green leaf, and then roots and tubers like potatoes, all those things, sweet potatoes, all those things, like beetroots, all these things you have. Then the fruits for gram on average, then milk, vegetarian, non-vegetarian milk consumption. Okay, then fatty oils, then fish and meat and eggs. So last two columns 60 यहाँ पे आप लोगों का कम हो रहा है, और दूसरा अगर आप लोग हिसाब लगाएंगे, if you calculate, it comes around some 2400 to 2400 calories needed per adult. वैसे तो as such 200 calories are needed, but 400 we kept as reserve for like starvation. Okay, so improper diet, for example, if you don't plan your diet and you don't have a complete balanced nutritional diet, which includes all your carbohydrates, proteins, fats, vitamins, minerals, and most importantly, water. You should not take water during in between a meal. You should have to take water. It is easy to say, but very difficult to practice. It is like, for example, you should have to take water at least half an hour before the meal and half an hour after the meal. Because if you take before, you will feel less appetite, hunger pang will go. And after there is immediately after the meal, if you take the water, what happens is there is a dilution of your HCl. So it will take, you need more HCl and more time for digestion. So it is better you don't take water immediately after the meal. So improper diet mismanagement will leads to failure to flourish. That is growth and development. There will be poor growth, improper poor development. So because of this improper poor development and growth, will be poor physical and mental health, which in turn lead to infectious disease, and even it might lead to death. So if you don't plan your diet properly, it may lead to all these complications, that is poor growth, development, physical, mental, infection, disease, and even death. Similarly, even if you take your over diet, but if you, well, I just mentioned the slide, but even if you take your over diet, it may lead to weight gain. If you take more proteins, chickens and whatever you can, muttons or fish or whatever, more protein content, rich contents, okay, it will be weight gain. Because of the weight gain, or more, there should be insulin resistance, which in turn causes diabetes. Because we Indians, according to these slides and according to what I've prepared, and I have given my reference books also, we Indians don't plan our diet. So similar, that's why the Indians are more prone to diabetes. We don't glucose kitna chahiye, protein kitna chahiye, carbohydrates kitna ka chahiye. This sudden surge in suddenly all those time. Because of this improper mismanagement of planning your diet, Indians are more prone to diabetes. Similarly, obesity is nowadays you can see more children are obese. And they are junk foods like all these artificial foods, pizzas, burgers, all those things. Yeah, artificial like chips, all those things where you can have mono, MSD, all those things are there. And then it will lead to heart disease, and because of improper diet, it may also leads to many other diet related diseases. Okay, and it may even lead to death. Either if you don't plan your diet properly, also death. You can see in the previous slide, it may lead to death. And even if you overeat, you lead to death. But that is inevitable. We all have to die. We all have to die. We cannot skip the death. They are so, but we have to be healthy living till the day we live, the last day, till our last bed. We should not be burdened to ourselves or to our own health or to others, our family members, or to whatever else. We have to maintain our health. For example, let it be diabetes, any heart conditions, any complications. Similarly, we have to maintain our health. If you plan your diet, you can plan your health. As I said, that's why I have given the definition of health in the first slide. Okay. So some of the references I have taken from the advanced book of food and nutrition from Dr. Swaminathan, another from the principle and medicine from Davidson's. Okay. I hope if you have any questions, you can speak up, my dear students. If you have any queries and comments and suggestions, I'll just open the mic so that you can people. If you have any questions, you can. Wait a minute. Wait a minute.
Excuse me, sir. What's the meaning of servings? Example, 2 servings of fruits.
Serving मतलब जैसे कि उसमें calories मतलब one by one. Wait a minute. I need to mount the mic. Servings मतलब जैसे कि बता रहे हैं आपका how to say servings मतलब जैसे कि आपने normal I'm telling you normal words. You have to normally don't calculate जैसे कि 15 grams का चावल लेना है 20 grams का चावल मतलब we don't take it as such. मतलब we just pretend it as around. Okay, serve मतलब first time मैं तुम्हें serve कर देता हूँ, second time मैं तुम्हें serve कर देता हूँ. So it is like one. It is like a measure. It is in ounce of calories, or you have to measure because calories we cannot measure here. We have to measure in milligrams or in grams. So we want to measure it around. This is serving. एक serve दो serve करके. अब जैसे बोलते हैं मैं तुम्हें खाना serve कर देता हूँ. मतलब एक चम्मच उसको एक serving कहते हैं. ठीक है? Am I clear? आपका डॉट clear हो गया?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
What happens? Somebody is crying and laughing and giving thumbs up. So does anybody have any other doubts? I want you guys to go through. Hello, is it audible? Am I audible?
Yes, sir.
I want you guys to go through the basic of calories, energy input, energy output. मतलब because if you have time, I'm not मतलब discussing it is better for you longer time because to maintain because future of medicine is the psychiatry, illness, mental stress, all those things. Because taking a class while chalk and talk is more better than this presentation. I am not able to see the students. You are able to see me, connectivity, all these problems. So psychiatry is the future branch. Similarly, cosmetology is the future branch. Virology, similarly, this thing, skin diseases, and likewise, nutrition and dietitian is one of the future. They will be subject because every person's because individual choice, sleep pattern is different, eating habit is different. I might be having a good diet, but the timing of my diet will vary because, for example, I had my class at 2 p.m. I skipped my meal today and came. I'm just telling for us as such. So that even skipping my meal will affect my glucose level. It will affect my caloric intake, affect my level of performance. So you people just plan it now itself and study it. Start studying. Okay. If you have any queries and doubts, you can just note it down so that we can meet up on the next Thursday. We can continue with the carbohydrates and other things. Okay. Thank you.